Hello and welcome to the first edition of the weekly Roundup podcast.
This week finally saw the new £1.2 million bandstand open after a 2-month delay. The BBC had reported that the original landmark, built in 1935, was demolished in January with an initial date of August given for the completion of the replacement. The delay was blamed on bad weather, high tides and difficulties with underground cables. This week's album of the week was by Kate Tempest, Let Them Eat Chaos. Kate, 30, never one to be bound by convention, has produced music that is part rap and part performance poetry rolled up to a background of contemporary music. Recently she even branched out and wrote a novel. Inspired by her South East London roots, her powerful and resonating voice is informed by a passion born of living in a difficult and challenging world, full of suffering and desperation. She brings the frustration and hope found by many people struggling on a day-to-day basis to the forefront of your attention, whilst keeping us aware of the context that it takes place in, which is that we are all to blame. The message is clear. We need to be there for each other, to care for one another as we face adversity. The break in the storm she serves appears from time to time like light through the dark skies. Let Them Eat Chaos is unexpectedly moving with such lines as, I'm pleading with my loved ones to wake up and love one another. Europe is Lost is a highlight, examining the House of Lords and not allowing us to forget the Porkies, David Cameron told. Tempest has confirmed a number of UK gigs for December when she will play Glasgow, Sheffield, Birmingham, Norwich, Manchester, Bristol and London. This week we learnt that Tickled Pink, raising money at Black House Presents, won on the 8th of October. Painting faces, taking collections and glittering at partygoers raised £600, well, almost £600. They raised a whopping £540 by the end of the night, which was then rounded up to £600 by Black House organiser Kirk Holland, who said, "We try and raise money for a charity every show, and I'm absolutely delighted the Tickled Pink girls were able to raise such a large amount for their chosen charities." A select group of Aberystwyth-based community projects were showcased at a unique event in South Wales on the 18th of October. Pioneering community groups from the town joined counterparts from Connors Quay and Port Talbot at the Amplify Cymru event to showcase their work to investors and local and national government representatives. The aim of the event was to build new partnerships to help the ventures grow and to inspire others to follow suit. Aberystwyth University held a consultation event in Penrhyn Coch about plans for an innovation and enterprise campus on the outskirts of the village. John Rees, National Officer of Stop the War, and Ken Booth, Senior Academic Researcher at the Department of International Politics, gave a talk on the meaning of imperialism today called War is Peace. 15 years ago, the War on Terror was launched as retaliation for the devastating 9/11 attacks. The war, we were told, was to make us safe. But was this really the case? This week saw an exclusive piece on the Art Trail fraud case which was passed to Dyfed-Powys Police. We received news that the National Fraud Intelligence Bureau had completed its review of inquiries made recently by the local community. They confirmed that their role had been to investigate leads and opportunities to disrupt any potential criminal activity. Ceredigion Art Trail has been criticised for its lack of transparency, telling the council that they are non-profit or charity in order to receive relief from paying £1,000 per month in business rates, whilst quite clearly, in fact, a profit-based organisation with an illegal business model based on lies and extortion. We found evidence this week as well that certain members of the group have been stealing local artists' ideas and passing them off as their own. This week, Aberystwyth Times learnt that a record number of EU students had been admitted into university courses throughout Wales this year, an increase of 11% from the year before, in spite of initial Brexit worries. We revealed that the Cambrian News has been threatened by the hacktivist group Anonymous, after a killer clown was spotted as the prank craze moved into mid-Wales and resulted in the Cambrian News being threatened. And there was public outrage at the exploitation of a homeless person. A woman sleeping rough in Penparky for 3 weeks was seemingly exploited by the Cambrian News and subjected to what some people have referred to as the ABBA rumour mill, and had her situation provoked through shit-stirring. Good news this week, as The Apprentice's under pressure baker Alana Spencer led Team Titan to victory on Thursday with a great performance as project manager. Making sweets for a seaside town, Alana was right at home this week, and the cake maker showed her mettle in week 3 despite one wobble that left her in tears.